Welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I'm your host, Glenn Poole Harding, and tonight we have a very special guest. This basketball head is a St. John's High School prep great. He grew up playing basketball in Queens and was trained by the legendary coach Vincent Smith, older brother of TNT analyst and NBA champ Kenny the Jet Smith. He was then fortunate to obtain a full scholarship to the prestigious Berkshire Prep School in Sheffield, Mass. He excelled, obtaining varsity letters in 3 sports: cross country, track and field, and men's basketball. That's why we're here tonight. He was named first team All-New England, leading his prep school to a New England championship his senior year. Not heavily recruited and having very little Division I offers, this basketball head attended St. Peter's College. After a successful freshman campaign, he decided to transfer to the University of Rhode Island. He was named second team All-Atlantic 10, leading the Running Rams in scoring in his junior and senior year, while making appearances in the NIT and NCAA tournament. He was also voted by Dick Vitale as the nation's top 15 small forwards in the country. Drafted in the second round in the CBA to the Pittsburgh Piranhas. Then this basketball head took his talent around the world. Check this out: Italy, France, Spain, Cyprus, Israel, Switzerland, Venezuela, Taiwan, Dominican Republic, and Turkey. Without further ado, help me welcome my next guest, St. John's prep great and Rhode Island legend, Abdul Fox.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. 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 Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. 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 East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody, get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
What's up?
No doubt. So, Fox, I like to ask everybody when they come on the show, man, who introduced you to the game?
Wow. Crazy story. I played Pop Warner football first, and I broke football.
Yo, hold on. We're going to make some noise for that because I played Pop Warner football too. Fact. I love to hear my basketball heads come on here and say, you know what? I played another sport first.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And after I broke my wrist, my parents said I couldn't play football anymore. The Italian kid in my junior high school class was playing on the church team. His name was Jay Garcia. And he says, can you come try out for my church team? And that's when I found out I could shoot a little bit, but that's how it all started.
Nice. Yo, salute to Jay Garcia.
Yeah, right?
That's right. Salute to Jay Garcia, for sure.
Can't forget that.
So, I know you grew up under the tutelage of Vincent Smith, man. What did it mean to you to have him as a trainer and a mentor?
It meant the world. It kind of walked around with a certain confidence because I felt I was getting tutelage from one of the best games. You know, I grew up working out with both Kennys, you know, just a sponge on how they approach games, their work ethic. And then Vincent just passed me on to Kevin Jackson, Pierre Judge Turner, and all salute to Carol O'Connell, the Outlaws. That's the foundation. That group of people was what made me 100%.
Nice. So you didn't play for Aim High?
But Outlaws became Aim High. So Carol introduced me to Vincent. So I started with Carol O'Connell, the Outlaws, And then she introduced me to Vincent, introduced me to Kevin Jackson, Pierre, and I stayed within that circle, until I got out of college. So no Gauchos, no Riverside, no Running Rebels. I wasn't that good. I really wasn't that good back then.
And listen, do I have on a shirt? I don't want to lift it up and I don't have it.
Oh!
Okay? I always rep my guy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
That's right. Robert, Rebel Boy. That's right.
Yes,
A Queens legend.
Wow. Facts.
Sure. And I wore it on the show as well. I just had to tuck it under tonight. It's what we do.
Wow.
I know we was having some Queens royalty in the house, so I want to have something Queens on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got to. But
Queens get the money all day.
Yeah. Like Carol Connor,
So,
I don't even know her story, but little white.
No, tell me a little bit about it.
So when I played with the church team, we came and we.
All right, hold on, yo, Fox. Don't move around too much, because what happens, the camera's trying to follow you, and then that's when it starts to buffer.
All right.
All right.
So I played with the church team, and then we played this team called the Outlaws. Little white lady with 12 kids from Queensbridge, Astoria Projects, or Ravenswood. We probably lost by 90. But she saw something in me, so she asked me to come try out for the Outlaws. So then I tried out for the Outlaws, made that team. But I was always the outsider because I was from a small neighborhood called Marine Terrace. So I was always getting picked on. I was always, wasn't tough enough. So she kind of just took me under her wing, gave me extra practice on Saturday, picked me up, dropped me off, and kept telling me to stick up for myself. So I eventually, became the player because of her, and then she passed me to Vincent. And then once that Vincent got a hold of me, it was history.
All right, man. Salute to Coach Connor, for sure.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's right, man. And look, who said females can't get the job done?
And little white correction lady, she's probably 4 foot tall, but man, she could coach. She could coach.
So you would consider yourself a late bloomer, or did you catch on really early?
No, I didn't start basketball until 15.
Like Shane last night. I had Shane Drisden on last night. He didn't start till he was like 15, 16 years old.
Yeah. So, but I was a sponge, I was a
Wow,
sponge.
late bloomer indeed. So I'm quite sure you know this question. So as you coming up, who's the best player in your neighborhood?
You see what I came from Marine Terrace was no basketball players. It was nothing. So I ventured over to Astoria Projects in Queensbridge, and that's when the talent level I was just in awe. So there was this dude named Mark Morris. They called him Spud, Corky, Sean Green. I mean, those all the guys. I was like, oh, that was just
Salute Sean Green, my guy. Yes.
Yeah, another level for me.
So who did you compare your game to?
I was an 80s kid, so, you grew up, wanting to pass the ball like Magic, and obviously, that was, to me, you were the Laker or Celtics fan back then, so I just grew up, trying to emulate, Magic. But when I got old enough, I always liked big guards, so Scottie Pippen, all the big guards, Ron Harper, Jordan, of course. But Vincent really taught me how to shoot, so, Reggie Miller, people like that could really shoot,
And you mentioned Ron Harper. I don't think people realize how much of a beast Ron Harper was. And again, this I tell you how great Jordan is, okay? Because Ron Harper was a beast in his own right, and then goes to Chicago, becomes a role player, and people kind of forget.
Yeah. If you ask Michael, one of his toughest people to compete against was Ron Harper when he was with Cleveland.
No doubt. You got my guy, Kennard Robinson, on the check-in as well.
A10, UMass. I hated
That's right. That's right. So, why St. John's Prep instead of Malloy?
Now, see, this is the thing. When I was a late bloomer, I went to junior high school. My junior high school went to 9th grade. So I didn't have no freshman year. Carol O'Connell paid for me to go to St. John's Prep. I sat the bench on JV. The big there was Ram Fishburne, was probably, you might know.
That's my guy, Ram. That's right. Yeah.
I sat the bench on JV, and I had an incident, where someone broke into my locker, and one day the janitor had on my shirt. So I had a verbal conflict with the janitor, probably used some profanity at a young age, and they called me into Dean of Students' office and suspended me with no questions asked. So
hold on, fam.
Yeah, no questions
My
asked.
locker gets broken into, not a kid, but the custodian, grown-ass man, have on my shirt, and I'm not supposed to say anything? They should at least give you the pass to be mad as a kid, right? To be frustrated, like, yo, what you doing?
Yep.
Can't beat them, so what you gonna do? That's curse words. That's the next best thing.
Right? Right.
That's crazy, man.
So that kind of shows how I ended up at LIC. I was supposed to go away to prep school. I didn't get in. When I went to double back to St. John's Prep, they said, we don't have a spot for you.
So you didn't finish at St. John's Prep?
I ended up at LIC, Long Island City High School, right down the street from Queensbridge.
And that's when you started to make your bones?
Yes. Yeah, that's when I finally got a chance to play. But, you know, just a tough environment. Everybody I went to junior high school was there. All the neighborhood kids were there. So my grades went right. You know, I was probably hanging out with the wrong crowd. And I really, you know, stressed to Vince, I really want to go away to prep school. So the next year, I was at Jack Curran's camp. And the head coach from Berkshire School was coming. He had one scholarship. And it was me and a kid named Shay Allen King that was just nice. Left-handed kid. I don't know what happened.
What's his name again? I didn't hear what you...
Shay Allen King, left-handed
kid.
Okay,
yep, okay.
Just incredible. But I was rooming with Titus and
yes.
son. It was like, listen, the Shay kid is nice, but we like Fox. So he ended up giving us 2 scholarships. And that's how I ended up at Berkshire. But I wasn't on Malloy's radar. I don't know, man. I was just, I think, a late bloomer. I wasn't on the radar.
What was life adjustments like for you when you got to Berkshire?
I'm from Queens. I ain't never heard the sounds or the noises of nature. So you think you rough and tough, you know, growing up in New York on the corner, but the sounds of nature, I was scared to walk from dorm room to dorm room after hours.
Yo, brother, I think a lot of guys go through the same thing coming from New York City. I went through it going to Maine because I'm with the MCI.
Okay.
Right? So being in Pittsburgh, Maine, you know, it's like a one-horse town.
Right.
One main store, one supermarket, one movie theater, and you could spit through the whole town.
Back.
But once it got dark, there was no hanging out.
No.
So let's keep talking about some more of the life adjustments you had to make besides nature.
Well, I couldn't compete academically. You know, I was struggling. My assistant coach was my math teacher. His wife was my writing teacher. And I would go for extra help. I would sit down with him for an hour. He would get up. She would sit down. By the time I graduated, I was able to compete. But I remember, you know, kids getting mad when they got 1,200 on the SAT. Oh, I need to take it again. I was like, shit, I just needed 700.
Yo, hold on, Fox. Tell the people the kind of kids you went to school with. Because if you never heard of Berkshire, you just think, I went to a regular prep school, and it's not a regular prep school. So prep school was not a regular prep school. So listen, hold on, Fox.
Yeah.
It costs $54,000 to go to MCI. How much does it cost to go to Berkshire?
It's a college tuition. It's a college tuition. There was kids' parents landing on the football field with a helicopter because they don't like to drive. Vidal Sassoon's son was in school. I mean, Diana Ross's daughter, it was just, you know, I'm from Queens. I'm trying to get the shirt and tie together. You know, they got Polo, they got Louis Vuitton, Tommy Hilfiger. I'm like, listen, Mom, can you rent a car when you come visit? Because, you know, I'm looking at the cars on campus. We had the Dodge Omni, man. Like,
and the kids is driving these things.
Yeah, crazy.
That's real. That's good. So, what life lessons did it teach you while you were there?
Well, one, you know, I was never had a concern once I got to college whether my grades would be up to par. I had study habits and study skills that was, you know, mandatory study hall from 7 to 9. I had class on Saturdays. I had to wear a shirt and tie. When I got to college, I kept the same routine. Wore a shirt and tie, sat in front of class, and I, you know, gave myself mandatory study hall. So, you know, I just never was concerned about being ineligible. So that was just, you know, stress that I never had. But just to be respectful, I was always in tune with other cultures. You know, my roommate was from Switzerland, you know, so I just was, I guess, engulfed in that at a young age. When I got to college, it was just, you know, a blast.
let's talk about you not being highly recruited as much and how you didn't let that stop you. Because most kids who get in that situation, they just give up, like head to the streets, like, look, ain't nobody checking for me. They're not willing to take that next step.
You know, I thought about a PG year, but I didn't. I had a Division II offer, and then St. Peter's College came out of nowhere. Another coach told them about me. So, you know, as a kid growing up, all you want to do is go Division I. You want to have those conversations. Oh, I'm D1, I'm D1.
So true, so true.
So when I got St. Peter's, that's all I had. You know, I just rolled with it. But I always had the vision of just being better every year. I didn't really have that NBA mindset where it was my goal was just get better in college, be all conference, you know. And as I did those small steps, all of a sudden the NBA seemed very realistic. But I didn't grow up just thinking the NBA was something I wanted to do. I wanted to play high school. I was sitting the bench on JV. I wanted to start. You know, I just took those small steps, allowed me to eventually get to the big goal.
How was St. Peter's?
It was challenging. You know, as a freshman, you just want to compete, you know, get on the floor. And for me, it started in preseason. There was a senior captain, white kid, 6'3". He was winning all the preseason races. I ran cross country and track in high school. So from day one, I'm smoking the senior captain in preseason conditioning.
Woo!
So now I got a target on my back that I don't even know. I'm just trying to, you know, set myself as a freshman that I want to compete. I want to play. So that was the first challenge I had. Then there was a point guard, and I hate to say it, he went to Jerseys and went to St. Anthony's. And that New York, New Jersey kind of conflict, the cat didn't want to pass me the ball, and I had, you know, taking my sneakers on the road.
Hold on. I didn't hear the school he went to.
St. Anthony's.
Okay. Just wanted you to say it again.
Yeah, so we didn't see eye to eye. And his boy was all conference, and they just had it click. And here I was as a freshman disrupting that. And you know, I just went through some stuff that I think I shouldn't have went through as a freshman. And I decided, you know, I wanted to transfer. And I wanted to go to Fordham because I was cool with John Prelude, Fred Herzog. But they didn't want me to transfer in conference because then I had to compete against them. So they said, listen, you can go anywhere except in conference. If you do, we're going to file an NCAA investigation.
Wow.
And if we find any tampering, you could lose a year eligibility.
That's crazy. So how did you get hooked up with Rhode Island?
You posted that picture of Paco. I went to basketball camp to Providence. They were recruiting a dude named Carl Beckett from Christ the King. We were the only two campers playing, so I got to meet Abdul Samshadeen.
That's right.
I grew up playing with Samshadeen with Dykeman. Samshadeen literally picked up the phone, called the University of Rhode Island and said, I got this kid that wants to transfer. Al Skinner didn't recruit me. Nobody at Rhode Island recruit me. Samshadeen picked up the phone. They said, if he's serious, bring us your transcript, and they arranged for a visit. I went on a visit. I knew Carlos Easterlin from Christ the King.
That's right. Los, my guy. Yeah.
New York. And when I looked at, you know, who was coming in, there was only one sophomore coming in. Eric Leslie was graduating.
Yo, Eric Leslie, the most mysterious man right now in New York City basketball. He is just like the ghost, okay? What is he up to? And we're going to let you get back to the Rhode Island story, but what's going on with E. Leslie?
Man, I didn't see him since he graduated, but I sat out till he was a senior year. And, you know, just kind of watched him and watched what he went through. But when he graduated, that was it. You know, some people have a different experience with Al Skinner when they're seniors, and I kind of went through the same thing, so I could kind of relate.
Wow. Because as a junior, you averaged 15 points.
I was 9th on the team in minutes. 9th. 9th on the team in minutes, bro. I wasn't 8 getting 20. I was 9th on the team in minutes. 17 points getting 15. 17 minutes getting 15 points.
What's up with Al Skinner, man?
I don't know, man. Like, I think I wasn't his recruit. The two guard that played in front of me went to Oak Hill, where I felt, you know, you just peak for the starting job. But I didn't let
That's crazy.
I didn't let that stop me. To me, it was just an obstacle. I maximized my time when I was on the floor, and I ain't pointing no fingers because that's not what I did.
Man, you did maximize your time, night and minutes, and you averaging 15, and then go on your senior year and average 17. Like, this is...
Second team and junior. First team, Eddie Jones, Aaron McKee, Marcus Camby, and Ian Kadari. They all started on their college teams. I'm not even starting.
Hold on, fam.
Yep.
Who the hell is the starting five if you not starting?
Like I said, I played my role and I maximized my time.
Look, I hear a lot of these stories, man. And people can hear that you're not bickering, you're not salty, you just stating the facts.
Yep.
I'm the one, like, what the hell, y'all? Because I'm looking at the numbers, I'm like, it don't match up. How you putting up these numbers, you unite in minutes, and then next year you go up 2 more points, and you're not even starting. Listen, college coaches, please, or you guys who are going to become college coaches, get out of that mind state that he's my player, that's my player. Once we all are on the same team, we got to rock out together. And it's once you bring that kid to that team, he got to compete. Nothing is given. It's crazy, man.
Now, to kind of ad-lib, Jason Gillian was a freshman, and that was my sophomore year when I came off sitting out, and that's who I came off the bench with. That was the backup, me and Jason. And then we had a couple of Jones, and that's when the brotherhood started coming off the bench because I was rocking with
Jason was telling me this. He was like, yo, G, this is why Jace bounced to Stetson after that. Wow, it's all coming together now. Yeah, I had Jace up here a while ago. He talked about the same things. And again, just like a real basketball head and a true man,
right?
He wasn't salty. No. He was just like, yo, G, I had to take my talent somewhere else.
Right.
Where I was appreciated.
Right.
And then turned up.
But I couldn't transfer again. I already transferred once. So
no. I'm talking about Jason at the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Jay was nice.
That's crazy. So now, 19 minutes, your junior year, averaging 15. Senior year, 17, coming off the bench. I need to know, fam, who asked you, Bust, to let them know that you was a real serious baller, man, that they needed to contend with you?
Listen, there was a story of Rick Barnes from Providence College. When I went to that camp, I was on no one's scouting report, but I was playing against the college kids at night. So he comes to me and said, would you like to be a Friar? I'm like, yeah, I'd like to be a Friar at Big East, of course. They went and did some research. There was nothing on me. I wasn't that good. He came back to me and says, the rumor is that you're a problem.
Hold on, fam. I played in the Northeast Conference. That's not the Atlantic 10. You average 15 and 17 in the Atlantic 10. There's no paperwork on you? None?
When I was in high school. When I went to that camp in high school.
Okay, I got you. All right.
He said, the rumor is you're a problem kid, so we're not going to recruit you. And to this day, I annihilated Providence College every time I played. Every time I played. It was personal.
Oh, yeah, we're going to make some noise for that right there. Kicking Providence College ass. And you're the first guy. You're the first guy that said you kicked the whole team's ass. You used to be like, yeah, I went at such and such, or me and such battle. You was like, you know what, Providence? I'm killing all y'all.
They had Dickie Simpkins. They had Michael Smith. They had my man Ross Phelps. They had Eric Williams. I tried to kill him.
Woo! Oh, yeah. And my man Kennard Robinson said he never liked Rick Barnes.
Hated him, man. Oh, man.
Wow. That's crazy. The things you find out when you talk to a New York City basketball player.
Yeah, man. But I was blessed though, man. Like I said, I graduated. You know, I got my degree. No one from the coaching staff was there. I was the only senior to graduate. I packed up and I was gone from then on out. I never looked back.
Okay, a question I had to bring back. I've been asked in a while. This is the James Majors question. James Majors, Bishop Loughlin, great. Seton Hall, great. All around great dude. He said when he was in college, I guess from 83 to 86, 87, whatever the case may be, these guys was getting $5 a day for meal money. Right?
Right.
Okay, you was before me. Okay, I went to school from 88 to 92. Like I said, I went to Fairleigh Dickinson. We were in the Big East. We won the Atlantic 10.
Right.
But for road trips, we was getting at least, I would say from 250 to 500 on the scale. And we go way out there a week, we may get 700. We may get hit like that.
Right, right.
And mind you, again, people, like I'm telling you, this is all legal money. This is a stipend that players get. Guys in the NBA, even though they get millions of dollars each day,
Yep.
they get a stipend.
Got me?
Yeah, you was buffering, Fox, so we didn't hear anything you said.
Okay, I missed it then.
No, I want you to answer the question. How much is meal money back then? Let's start at St. Peter's, and then we're going to move to Rhode Island.
Now, St. Peter's was great for me. It was a commuter school. There was no campus. So we had no dining hall. So we got like 1,200, 1,500 every 2 weeks because there was no cafeteria. That's when I got my first credit card. You know, we had Nikes. I was living then, you know, giving my pops some money. You know, I'm cashing out. I was living.
Real talk.
Yeah. Now, about Rhode Island, we went to the NIT with an interim AD. So he didn't know that we wasn't supposed to get that money. So every game, you think we're in the huddle saying, you know, go Rams, we're in the huddle saying Fleet Bank. We got more money.
Well, yeah. The more games you win, the more money you get.
Right, right. So the next year we go to the tournament, we got a real AD. And when we get the envelope, we like, yo, what's this shit? Yo, we got big money in IT. We supposed to get more money for the NCAA tournament. He was like, nah, that wasn't supposed to get that money last year. We was pissed, yo.
Wow.
We got some T-shirts and a little watch, man.
Yo, that's how they get you. And listen, let's sidetrack for a minute, right?
Right.
Always get into conversations about guys in the NBA who make millions of dollars, right? And are playing at a high level. And if they don't win a ring, something's wrong.
Right.
I have a problem with that, right? And guys go, well, he won so many championships. No, the team won the championship.
Yeah.
Mind you, that doesn't take away from that player.
Right.
Right? So when you say like the watches and T-shirts, I just think those things are trinkets.
Right.
And it happens on the same level. It happens on the highest level.
Right. Right.
Even though it's, you know, you can cash it in and get some money for it, but
Right.
that's the highest level.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of saying, you know, he had a great career, but he never won a ring. You know, that to me is that's a bunch of BS. When you get to that level, and you know, if you're a power forward, you're a two guard. Every night you playing against the best. So regardless of whether the team or the management helps you put a team together or win a ring, to me, you're at the highest level.
You get there. I don't knock anyone spent a year, 2 years, 3 years at the NBA. You made it. You got to be in the locker room and do something that a billion other people would never get the chance to do.
Facts. Yeah.
And like like yourself, even though you have some bumps in the road, there are things that you have done and experienced. People cheered for you. Thousands of people cheered for you. Wish they could be in your shoes.
Yeah, man. It was.
So definitely blessed, man.
Yeah.
How was the transition from college ball to playing professional?
It took me a while to understand what it was to be a professional. When you're young, you got some money, you think it's in the club, you're able to recover, and you don't realize, just the work ethic behind being a professional. I learned that maybe my third or fourth year, to shut it down on Thursday, good meal, massage, TV, and just mellow out and get your mind right. The mental approach I didn't get to later. You think you put your headphones on, you listen to Jay-Z, that's really getting you ready for a game. There was a lot to it once I became a professional. And in my position, a two guard, even if you're in Europe, you got to score, 20 plus, otherwise they replacing you. So maybe my second or third year, I kind of understood it. It's probably why I never played in only one New York Summer League, because I worked on my game in the summer. I played in the Nike program, that was it. I didn't chase nothing else because I needed to improve in the summer. And that's when I took the summers just to work on my skill set. And that's what I really was to be a professional.
And you got drafted to the CBA in the second round, and before you went overseas, right? Spent some time in the Chicago camp and whatever camp, I think the Denver camp.
Yeah, I was living in Matumbo my rookie year.
I heard you got a Jordan story to tell.
Yeah, I got a few. Hey, man, it was just to watch him step into the practice every day and be the first one in, the last one out. I kept a journal for the first 2 months and really didn't play as well because there was too much respect. So once I put the journal away and kind of made myself realize I belonged there, my level of play improved and I gained his respect. And ever since then, he kind of took me on his wing. But there was a few days, one practice, I didn't lose a practice game. And you think I embarrassed Jordan. Man, he hit one day, I think 6 or 7 straight buckets. I mean, I'm closing out, hand in the face, swat. His little swat. He said, young fella, I had like 6, 7 straight buckets on you. That was only the first quarter. You times that time four quarters, I got about 45 or 50. I was like, that's all right. I'll be back tomorrow. He says, you know what, young fella? So will I. Like, what do you say to that, man? What do you say? But just, great competitive. And it's so weird. He gave me all this practice stuff with number 45. I didn't even think to hoard it. I went home to the crib and gave it out to the fellows on the block.
Wow.
But I do got a pair of those patent leather Jordans when they came out. He gave me 2 pair of those, signed them. I got those in the house.
That's real. That's real. Hey, listen. The guys on the block know you definitely official now. You know what I'm saying? Well, for sure. Well, if anything else fell, they like, yo, man, listen, I could put this up for some cash one day.
Crazy.
Wow. So how was life overseas, man? And did you learn any new languages? Because I had Kim Hampton up here. Whoa. This woman knew like 4 languages.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, she spent some time over there.
I embraced Italian. I was pretty fluent back then, and it was close enough to Spanish. So, tu habla español, tu parla italiano. And you notice you got to change the hand movement. So, I really embraced it. I had a point guard who wanted to learn English, and I wanted to learn Italian. So, we became, the best of friends. Hebrew, I knew a little. I could get in the cab, Mayunim, Kobaseta, Shalom. I knew some of the basics. Taiwanese was the most challenging because it's based on symbols and signs. So I really couldn't learn it. So it was really challenging. I didn't know what people were saying about me. The only thing I learned is I knew how to write my name in Taiwanese. But I embraced the culture. I ate the food. I wanted to be with the locals. I wanted to learn the language. And, I did it all. I tried to embrace it all. I wasn't like, where's the McDonald's? I'm like, listen, I'm in Italy. I'm in France. I'm eating what they eat,
Right. Yeah, that's dope, man. What would you say would have been your best professional year, and in what country?
I would say Italy. We won a championship. A team that wasn't expected to win the championship, and we flat out won it in regular season. We didn't even have to go to the playoffs. So I took it from A2 to A1.
Hold on. Explain how that works.
If you finish first in the league, you can. If you're A2 trying to go to A1, if you finish first in the league, you automatically go to A1. You don't even have to go to the playoffs. So we won flat out. And the team, this is a small town that's never even heard of playing the A1. So to have that happen, I think the other American was Albert Burdett, who played in Texas, Beast. And we just did it, just a team chemistry. Now, this is where I really understood team chemistry. They took us up in the mountains first to do high altitude training. 3 a day.
What did that do for you guys?
I remember saying, because your Italian breakfast is just some eggs in the breakfast. So I was like, listen, if I skip breakfast, I can get another extra hour, 20 minutes sleep. It's like, nope, you got to be at breakfast, dress with your team, have conversation. I was like, what, man? So I learned just to get the camaraderie. And then every 2 weeks, we moved down closer to sea level. But the bond we had from that training up in the mountains, that's what kept us together. It's probably from my high school team was probably the closest I got to some guys. But I'm still friends with Italian guys from that bond we had, going up in the mountains and coming down. And I had a great coach. The coach played with Kobe's dad at Milan. He was from New Jersey, Italian American, and he was just on point. And just had a great experience. He understood the game. He understood if I forward the pass, up the wing. It's just so many intricacies that you take advantage, you don't respect as a two guard. He said, man, you play both ends. He's like, yo, I rocks with you. And I had a great experience there.
Man, there's nothing like having a coach that believes in you and understand you and get you. Man. Right? Once you got a coach that he gets you, that brings out the best in the ball player. Yeah. And after you coming from some really crazy coaches, man, it was a blessing that you ran into that guy, man. Kind of turned everything around for you.
I went back 12 years later. They gave me the key to the city. The town embraced me, man.
No doubt. We're going to make some noise for that, man. Not too many people can say they got the key to any city. For sure. Yo, and I'm going to keep it real. Some owners don't even have the key to their house. That's real, man. Salute. That's dope. So, after it was all said and done, right? You look back. Are you satisfied how things turned out?
Yeah, 12 years was a great run, and I didn't really basketball was something I did. It wasn't who I was. I always knew. My dad always told me I could do something else besides bouncing the ball. So I kind of went cold turkey. It wasn't really, I didn't really go into commentating or wanted to coach. I just kind of went into something totally different to remove myself from the game. But I missed the camaraderie. I missed that brotherhood, of 12 people just trying to win a game or, just trying to go to the NCAA tournament when I was in college, that bond we had. I try to bring that to the workforce, which is hard, with just dealing with so many personalities and where people.
Yeah.
That's, what I've taken the most. But I've been blessed, man. Like I said, I wasn't that good, but I had some people believed in me and, had a work ethic to match it. But I wish I'd have met someone who took it the next step. I was already doing extra. If I had someone to tell me, hey, get up at 5, you need to run 10 miles, I would have did it. But I didn't have that person to kind of push me to that next level. I wish I would have, but,
Yo, bro, trust me. I say the same thing all the time, right? We was looking for coaches. Yeah. The coach was somewhere, we was at the park because we wanted that tutelage. Right? And this is what I tell a lot of men, if you have time, mentor a young man, please. Take the time out to mentor him. If he's in your vicinity, someone that kind of look up to you, mentor him. They're looking for that. A lot of us guys say, they ain't going to listen. They really want to listen. You just got to take the time too and make sure that your approach is right. A lot of times we go into these situations looking down at these young men and not lifting them up.
True that.
Right? So with basketball, it's the same thing. A lot of guys look at us, you, and go, man, Fox got it already. He good. Not knowing we need that extra push.
Yeah.
So that's the part, man. That us ballers, you know, that crave that. It's that new generation that's craving those same things.
And funny, I think I have a lot to give. I tell them, you know, I had the pleasure of coaching the AAU team here in Georgia called Georgia Man Up, and me and this other cat, cool cat, Malik Hightower. And for the first 3 or 4 days, I didn't even say nothing. I just observed, and I couldn't relate to the way they worked because I tell you, cats, I wasn't no All-American. I wasn't no top 50, so I can't relate to how they practice and how they train. So it took me a while to figure out when to speak, when not to speak, because I didn't want to come off, you know, as some cocky guy and tell me, hey, you got to do it this way. I'm trying to understand them from where they want to be. And it was a great experience. It's a great experience.
Well, are you saying what you're doing now?
Yeah, we have a facility called.
Cool. Before we get there, all right. Let me see. My God, Celebrity Dad said, great guy, Paul Abdul Fox was a real tough. Who else? Who that? Liz Clifford?
That's my high school coach, my assistant.
Ah.
Yeah. He was in charge of the defense, and that was my math teacher.
She said, is there a way to hear this entire broadcast for the jump? Yeah. After we finish, I'll leave it up for a day. And if you don't catch it then, you can catch it on my IGTV.
Okay.
But after the holidays, we will be on YouTube. So you can sit back at the comfort of your home, big flat screen TVs, and listen to all the great interviews from our New York City great ballers. So I speak to a lot of guys about that transition from basketball to the real world.
Right.
Some guys have a difficult time with the transition. Some guys, it's a smooth transition. How was your transition from playing pro ball to getting back to the real world?
My transition was, I would say, unique. There was a couple of factors involved. A good friend of mine that moved to Tampa, he was sort of a mentor. I went following him. Every summer, I would live somewhere different to kind of figure out where I wanted to live when I retired. So I bought a home just to be an investment property. Now, I had no idea I had to pick the doorknobs, the ceiling fans, the chrome molding. I had no idea. I paid for the house.
Right.
I'm going back overseas. They're like, nah, bro, you need to make sure the house is built the way you want it to. So I took the year off to kind of had no furniture. So then I think I'm, you know, an interior designer overnight. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, all this stuff. But it really came down to it. I have a younger brother. It was his senior year of high school. I've never seen him play high school basketball. And I thought that was more of a value than me going back overseas, you know, for 1 or 2 more years. So I just took the year off to be around him more, help him get his college career off. Ended up going to Manhattan College, didn't finish there. But just to be a part of that journey, I felt was more than, you know, squeezing out a few more years. So I kind of went cold turkey, but I had some business ventures and some other things come that took my focus for basketball. So I stopped 32, and I probably could have played a couple more years, but I never looked back.
Hey, man, more power to you, brother. And look, man, salute to you, man, for taking the time out to go see your younger brother play. Because if you don't make that decision, you miss out. And now, being a little bit older, you're kicking yourself in the ass like, damn, I didn't get to see my little guy play.
Right. End up going the same.
All the things that we wanted, right? All the things that we...
Right.
That's real. So, let's talk about this basketball campaign you was a part of with all these New York City great ballers.
Right. So
guys in tuxedos and shorts.
Man, it was a blast filming that. I mean, I still got.
Well, who campaign was it? Was that a Nike campaign?
It was Nike campaign. So they took, you know, at that time, I guess I was pretty hot, you know, playing in the Nike Summer League. I won 3 championships with Nike. One with PGG Rap, when Ron Artest was in high school. One with Prescriptive Fitness and one with Gold's Gym. So time, you know, I was, you know, getting good numbers. You know, Adrian Autry, Rob Phelps, Steve Burt, Conrad McCray. I mean, we was all on the same team.
Woo!
based on that, you know, I got picked. John Strickland was on that, and it was one dude that we didn't know, and I kid you not, John Strickland was like, "Yo, bro, I need to see your credentials. Like, I know who Booger is, I know Fox, I know Dorian. Who are you?" Man, we cracked up. It was hard just to keep a straight face on that video shoot.
Who was it?
He's in that picture. He's next to Strickland. Strickland's cut out, but I don't know who that dude is. I don't know who that dude is. But
Is he on the right, left, or right side?
Hold on. I can pull it up on my phone. There's a part of the picture that's cut out. That's John. Right next to John Strickland's that next dude that we didn't.
Hold on. So if I'm looking at the picture, it's on my left-hand side.
Yep.
Yep.
Hold on. See if I can find it. Who?
That's crazy.
So hold on, I'm gonna show it to you. So whoever this dude is, can I see you see it?
You gotta bring it up to your screen. Can't see it, black. It's okay. I can see it a little bit. You gotta open it up some.
All right. Oh, I got it now. So there's Conrad, there's Rasul, then there's a dude next to Rasul. Who that is? And John
I posted this picture. You guys want to see it, so.
John Strickland's right here. He was like, "Yo, who are you?" During the whole time, we tried to photo shoot. He's like, "Bro, I need to see your credentials." It was fun. It was fun.
Yo, he maybe was a model. Who knows?
And listen, I to this day I don't know who that was. Hopefully we can find out. But
wow, the mysterious guy at the Nike campaign shoot.
But what's crazy, it came out. It was in all of New York. I went to Italy the next day, so I never got.
So you never got a chance to see it.
I didn't get to walk around New York like, "Yeah, you see me. I was gone."
Titus said he came home. He looked up. He looked, "Oh shit, this is hot." He was like, "Oh shit, Fox."
Man.
Wow. All right, Fox, let's time to have some fun, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. Top 5 Queens bowlers. Top 5.
I mean, in my era, Kenny
Anderson, he's on the show right now.
And you had to. Everything was Tibbs, like, I don't know if he got the respect, but I always had a tough match. There was a dude named Todd Davis, Todd Boogie.
Hold on. Todd Davis is from Brooklyn, fam.
Okay, he's from Brooklyn. So,
yes. We talking about strictly Queens. You need to let me know you are from Queens, fam. Let's go.
I mean, you got to go with both Kennys.
Kenny Anderson is what?
Kenny Smith.
Kenny Smith. Yes.
I'm not a fan of Mark, man. I had to run in with Mark Jackson. I'm not a fan of Mark.
Mark Jackson is not. Is Mark Jackson or Mark Jackson from Queens? But he played in Brooklyn. Got you. We want to take everybody, fam. Chill out. All right, that's 2. That's 3. That's 2 actually. Kenny Smith, Kenny Anderson. Not letting you off the hook, fam. Let's go. 3 more Queens bowlers.
Khalid Reeves.
Khalid Reeves.
Jason Williams. Is he from Queens?
That's right. No, Jason Williams, I think is from Lower East Side. You are failing the Queens test. Yo, Kenny. Yo, Kid. Yo, Chips. Your man is, we talking about Queens get the money. Kenny right there, fam. Let's do it. I'm gonna give you.
Gotta go with Ron.
Okay, definitely. Ron Artest, yeah.
Hold him. I mean, you gotta go with the young cats.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Rhode Island alum,
Facts. All right, cool. We're going to do you another one.
Oh, man.
Top 5 Catholic high schools.
Malloy. Is Talentine Catholic?
Talentine is Catholic. And I did say Queens. I said New York City. That's right. So you good.
All right. When I came up, my Clancy was tough.
McClancy. Oh, I interviewed like 5 or 6 of their players already.
Yeah, they was the truth. And Bishop Lachlan.
Facts. Okay. All right. Now, you ready for this?
Oh man.
Yo, Chips.
You know it.
Everybody said, what's up? Yo, Chips, here we go. We're going to see if you're really from Queens. Name the top 5 Queens basketball courts.
Citywide.
Fam, that's not a basketball court. You haven't been back to New York in a while, right?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So I'll give you a break. All right? What about Montebello?
No.
You don't know about Montebello?
No.
Yeah, you were definitely out there, wasn't out there playing. Lincoln Park.
He stayed in the house.
On his side. Give me one more, because I've been to ISA. Facts. Good looking, Chips.
Yeah.
That's right. One more Queens guy. My guy from Queens, he played for Jackson, the artist. He got something nice coming for you.
Nice.
Yeah. And you hold on. Time out. Come here. Fact. You gotta stop. Come here. I know. You gotta come right here. Come here. Yo, I know. Come here. Look at the camera. Fuck. Yo, Ken A. Chips. Tell him you gonna get his picture. Tell him.
I got you. Yo, you're wilding. We gonna talk about that one. You can't do this.
So, you got Montebello, IS8. What we said, Lincoln Park. Give me another one. Where did you grow up playing at?
I worked out Lost Battalion Hall.
Lost Battalion Hall. We can say that's the gym. That's legendary right there.
Day out.
Facts. And we can say Southside, Baisley, 40 and all that. Yes. All right. I'm not going to keep you on too long, fam, because my man is wrapping up.
Elm Court, yes. I played at
Elm Court, yes. See? He said it. He said it again.
Yep. Yeah, see? Can he know LBH, baby?
Yo, Ken, he got you. You're actually getting 2. You're actually getting 2. All right?
Yeah.
So we got you. For sure. So, my brother, what are you doing right now? And explain to the people where you working at.
Well, I'm fortunate with a partnership we own, Orange Theory Fitness, which is a group fitness for adults. And then we have what we call Redline Athletics, which is more of your youth athletic training center. But I've been with Orange Theory for about 10 years. When I started, there were 2. There's over 1,200 now. So I've kind of watched this product grow into some. But Redline is probably my next passion, just being able to be back with the kids and, share some of that basketball knowledge with the young generation.
That's dope. And what exactly do you do?
Well, I train at both facilities. I mainly handle the basketball piece at Redline, but we got, a speed and agility piece, a strength and conditioning piece. But Orange Theory, I just coach like a fitness class, like a group fitness class for about an hour.
Got you. So when I hit you up, usually class, I was like, damn, I'm messing them up for morning, not knowing you actually teaching the class.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a people person, so I still get to be around people and try to motivate them in different ways through fitness. So it's been a blessing.
Yeah, there's a big movement of trainers all around the country that's doing phenomenal jobs with these kids. What do you think has been the main factor for trainers becoming so successful in this time compared to in the latter years?
Well, I think
the days of yesteryear.
I think the technology plays a big piece, and if you get the right athlete, you can kind of ride off their coattails. But Vincent Smith never asked for a dime, and he trained some credible people when I came up. And not to say that he don't get credit, but if he had the technology he had then when he was developing, I mean, he'd probably be a college coach or NBA scout because he was just phenomenal. But I think, a lot of these trainers, to me, it's fundamentals. I ain't got no tricks. I ain't going to get the ball. I'm going to put the ball in the basket and I'm going to run back on defense. So that's what I'm going to teach you on how I was raised to play the game. And, I ain't taking 5 dribbles, 2 or 3 dribbles, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah, I put up the other day, this guy training his kid. He had a rope on his back, right?
Yeah.
The kid he had a big tire. He had 1 foot in the tire, 1 foot out of the tire. He was dribbling, going around the tire, while another kid was hitting him with pads.
Stop, man, stop.
Yo, go on my page and scroll down, you'll see it. I'm dead serious. Another instance is when my man John Arnold sent me a tape of this coach having kids jump over chairs to do Euros.
Wow.
It was absolutely crazy.
Wow.
Now, this is not to knock all the other trainers, but these are the kind of examples that I'm seeing besides the guys who I'm paying attention to, like
right.
the real dudes who are doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I want to salute to all those guys, LeBron Matt, my guy BG, and my guy James Hunt, all the guys who I interview who are serious trainers and about their business.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
What is your thoughts on reclassing back?
Reclassing back.
Yes, meaning a kid will get let back on purpose to give himself a better chance to be successful in basketball.
Basketball is a tool, and to me, it's got to be used the right way. To say you get left back or you don't get left back, to me, is not the deciding factor. I think there's so much involved. We had a teammate at Berkshire. To this day, I really don't know how old he was. But he ended up staying back, going to another prep school, then going to college. I don't know if that was the best route. I can't say, but I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I thought about it for just an instant, but if I had to go Division II, I had to go Division II to make my own way. I never thought about going back.
Wow. Okay. Lazanne Clifford said, ask 25 about learning to box out while being taught by a pair of Chuck T's.
My assistant coach was a bruiser, man. He put on these Chuck Taylors, and he literally just hack a shack. It wasn't even trying to go for the ball. So whenever we had like 9 and we had 1 short and he had to shoot up, oh, man. Bro.
Yo, do not knock Chuck Taylors. I made Lincoln as a freshman in 1983 with a pair of ripped off jeans, a white t-shirt, and a pair of Chuck Taylors. Super facts.
Man, he was
I'm gonna make some noise for my damn self. For sure. That's right. Chuck Taylors, cut off jeans shorts, and a white tee. I didn't even have a jersey. I didn't even play in tournaments back then. I played football. So that was my, yeah.
Wow.
I was like the most valuable player. I was a quarterback.
Okay.
Went to Lincoln, following my running back. He gets into a fight and get jumped.
Wow.
He wound up transferring to John Jay. I wound up going to Lincoln, playing JV football, trying for the basketball team because I don't want to ride the train by myself. I make it, all my friends get cut. I quit football.
Wow.
Facts.
Yeah,
Crazy, right?
you don't know what setbacks takes you 2 steps forward based on how you respond to it.
Very true, man. Very true. So I'm waiting for my guy to finish up. He got a little attitude because I tapped him on his back.
You already.
Yeah, but you can't be that emotional, fam. That's why your pencil's fat. All right? Yeah. You got to woo-saw, fam. We here to have fun.
Yeah, man.
Right. Another question. I'm going to try to get all. Anthony Montag said, Hey, Abdul, we appreciate all the apparel you gave us while you came back to Astoria. What? And you still giving out Queen? You gave out the Jordan jersey? Still showing love to the people in Queens.
When I would come from Europe, we had stuff that you never saw. So they would literally come to the house, and as soon as I unpacked my bag, they was like, yo, can I get that? Can I get that? Can I get that? So all the European gear was gone within a day or two. But,
Wow.
That's what I grew up with, man. We, just grew up, wanted to play in college, so gotta have love.
Skip is in the room too. Yo, Skip, did you receive your trophy and your picture? I need to know this, Skip. We mailed them out. Had my people mail them out. You should have received them already. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you received them. If not, I got to get and talk to some people. For sure. Because we mailed it out a long time ago. You good?
No.
All right. Yeah, you made him up with diesel. Yeah, he made you to the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, he made you to the Incredible Hulk, man. Yo.
Oh man.
Yo, Fox.
Well, can I ask you a question?
You can ask me anything you want, brother.
What inspired you, to come up with this concept, this podcast, and to reach back to some of the old players? What inspired you to do that?
Well,
Nice.
no, Kenny, we didn't send it out yet. I was actually talking to Rafa. Ken, my bad. That question was for Rafa. We didn't send yours out. After my guy finished that second one, you're going to get a really big one, and then you'll get one that we sending out to everyone. So, I have some friends, some really close friends that's been talking to me about starting a show, some kind of show.
Right.
They didn't know whether it was going to be hip hop, from all my different lives that I come from.
Right.
One of my friends said, yo, you start a basketball podcast. You connected to all the guys who are coaching right now. We know some legendary cool. I was like, nah, I don't think nobody want to tell a story. That's what I said at first. Right? And then my guy, another one of my best friends, that was my guy, Larry, stay still. Another one of my best friends, Hakeem, hit me up and was like, yo, I got a dope name for a podcast, for a show called Basketball Heads. That's what we have, Basketball Heads, right? I liked it, but I still brushed it off. It wasn't until when we started being threatened with a pandemic, my guy, Jason Sansbury, I had to do music with his cousin years ago. He's the cousin of Salaam Remy. And he worked for CBS Sports. He was like, yo, G, we got the studio downtown. We got the streaming company. Would you like to do a high school basketball show? Because you're always posting the games and always there. I see you posting things. And this is before I had Basketball Head. This would be on my regular page.
Yeah.
I'm a guy who watched all the podcasts, all the shows, from Joe Rogan to Drink Champs and everything in between, right? Bill Burr, I listen to everyone. And I was trying to figure out, okay, with all this noise going up on YouTube and on these other platforms, where would be the niche? So I saw guys like All Things Hoop, Kyle over there, my guy A-Game, my guy P. Cannell, K. Pennell. They was doing similar, right? Inviting basketball guys up and speaking to them. But I saw no one was doing strictly New York City basketball. You got Dave's joint as well, but they kind of all over the country with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Myself, I played at Lincoln, right?
Yep.
You got a rich tradition of basketball. We were the first team to win the championship in 1986, besides the guys that won in the 40s. But we don't count that because we weren't playing, right? If you get what I'm saying.
Yep.
So, and here we are today. You are my 98th show.
All right. I'm in the first 100. I'll take it.
Yes, for sure. for sure. And that's where we're going with it. And we want to keep going, try to preserve the history of basketball culture in New York City and give guys like yourself and others the platform to be heard and not get embarrassed, not spread no rumors. I don't care about the negative stuff unless you want to bring it up. I was talking to Lloyd Dangdub yesterday. We were talking. Lloyd texts me every day and we just conversate, right?
Right.
I say, yo, fam, there's no pressure. Whenever you're ready to come on, I know you'll be on.
Right.
And I just want to let them know I only want to talk basketball, not constantly tell that talk.
Right.
Right? So I had other guys who had issues that was in the newspaper. I don't care about none of that, man. This is basketball heads. This is not TMZ. It is.
Facts. Facts.
I want my guys to come up here and feel comfortable. And if they want to spill their heart out, guys shed tears. Dudes talking about being in a situation where, they had to go through it emotionally and mentally through basketball, right? And kind of find them, they way out of that rut.
Right.
So we're saying that, man, this is what we're trying to do, man. And without this, I don't think we would ever have a conversation. I know who you are.
That's crazy.
Now you know who I am, and now we got a connection, right?
Right. And
that's what the brotherhood is all about.
and I think, a lot of kids get forgotten because they don't make the NBA. And their journey or their story to me is just as valuable. The work ethic, I think, to me, is phenomenal. That I don't know if you get a lot of credit. Is Talik Brown from St. John's Prep and to win a national championship with UConn. Because he didn't go to a league, you don't talk to him about being one of the premier point guards that come out of New York back then. Now he's assistant coach at UConn with Kamari Jones, another Queens kid.
So are those your nominees?
Yeah.
To get on this show, you got to nominate someone. And I always tell people, you make the connection. Let everybody know that's official. Because the connection comes from you. I'm not hurting anyone down, right? The connection comes from you. They know this is official, right? The platform, I need to tell my story. And salute to Talik Brown and everything he accomplished.
Right. Well, I say the connection because he trained with me when he was younger coming up. Just like
wow.
He trained with me when I was younger coming up. So to watch him go on that national stage at UConn, hit that shot at the Garden, like, I'm a #1 fan. Did his thing in his little AAU, then finally got into a premier Division I school where he went and he led them to a national championship. So, I cheer for him and come out every day at UConn. And Danny Hurley, I played against, in college. So, fans.
Salute to Kamani as well, definitely.
Yeah, another Vincent product,
Wow. And look, fam. What's up with Vincent Smith? That's a treasure. That's a New York City legend that people don't really talk about. He's done so much for the city, especially for the Queens side.
Hands down.
It's guys like Vincent Smith, guys like who passed away, Gil Reynolds. Yep. Gil Reynolds didn't charge anybody anything.
Nope.
He just said, come to the park.
Yep.
So we want to salute guys like that, man. Listen, the platform is always open. I would love to hear his story and give him a chance to be, so we get a story out there so people can see and hear the legend himself.
Yes.
And then once we grow some more, we'll get Mark and Kenny on. That's the plan. I want to try to wrap all of the guys up. For my guy, Derek Chivas, I wish my guy Pearl was living because he would definitely be on the show.
It's funny you say Derek Chivas. He used to wear Band-Aids.
I know. That was my teammate at the Empire State Games. Yes.
That's why I got that in college. I had a thing where I wore Band-Aid. It was because of Derek Chivas. And he one of them
really? You did the Band-Aid. You did the Band-Aid thing.
That was Derek Chivas.
He was special, man.
Nice. He was nice.
Derek was special.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Never got to meet him, but you know of him. You're just like, oh, that kid right there is nice.
And that's another thing about New York City guys, especially back then. We gave those guys respect. Even we never saw them play. Right? And then when we saw them play and they lived up to the hype, out of here.
I'll tell you a funny story. When I was in Berkshire, we thought we arrived, all preseason, we working out. And the Berkshire coach was a Malloy alum.
Yeah, I heard, yep.
We scheduled a game against Malloy. We in the lab line looking nice. Man, listen, Kenny probably had 30, he only played 3 quarters.
That's a damn shame.
Bro.
Yo, Chips, you was giving everybody the business, including my team.
Shit, bro.
The business in 3 quarters, fam. 3 quarters.
3 quarters. 3 quarters. We walked out.
Best player in the country, never quit, never complained with his coach, and still to this day says this is one of the best things this coach ever done for him. So salute Kenny Anderson.
Yeah, facts.
For sure. All right, now the time has come. My man is he calmed down a little bit. Us cancers get a little emotional. All the pencils fell on the floor. Kind of regroup. It's like, yeah, you know what? Can't be mad at G too long. Look, that's what we do, fam. All right.
You ready?
Yo, fam.
My man. Okay.
You got. I'll make sure you put the D in there.
It's all good, man. We got the Fox on there. What's up, man?
That's that shot right there. That's that shot. That's that shot right there, fam.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought I had a rookie card? That was crazy to me. I gave all those out in the hood, too. Oh, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up, man.
No doubt, man. Listen, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm glad we got a chance to meet and talk. My guy Titus, my friend Titus, somebody who always talked about you for years and was like, even before the show, was always saluting you guys and holding down the Queens guys as he should.
Man, just a brother from high school to still a friend to this day. Just always been in my corner. Always been in my corner.
For sure. For sure. Yo, Kenny, we love you, fam. I know we did it to y'all, Glen Falls. My bad. You still killed us in 3.5 quarters, though. Salute, my G. Yo, Fox, appreciate you, my brother.
Respect, man.
Make sure you contact your guys.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Contact your guys. Send me your information so I can send that picture to you.
Okay.
You're going to get it because you're in a long line, but you definitely going to get it, all right?
Baby, it's all good.
No doubt.
Appreciate you.
For sure. Peace. Yo, Chips, trust